Hello, everyone, and welcome. We're just 1 week away from HR Tech 2025 in Las Vegas, and the buzz is definitely starting to build. I'm Nena Dimovska, and I'm here with my colleague Ilia Kiroski. For the next 15 minutes, we want to give you our unfiltered preview of what we're excited about, the sessions on our radar, and hopefully connect with some of you.
Hi from my as well. From my side, a familiar face here probably for some of you. I'm heading the partnership organization with Simus Cloud, and then you're right. The energy is already high. For me, HR Tech actually isn't just another event. It's like really leaving some kind of a snapshot of where our entire industry is headed. So if you're watching live, drop in the chat where are you joining from. And big question, will you be in Vegas? So we can meet there because we'd like to connect and see with you face to face.
Ilya, you and I have both been to a lot of conferences over the years. We've seen trends rise and fade, but this year feels kind of different. So, beyond the big lights of Vegas and the sheer size of the event, what's the real theme you're sensing for this year's edition?
In general, I think we are seeing real shift from some kind of a transactional to strategic HR. And this is on the all conferences that I've been participating so far this year. So it's not longer about the process automation for the back office, but it's really about intelligent real-time insights that actually move the needle of business outcomes. So, and here's a big one, like companies are finally connecting the recognition and retention. So not as feels good perks, but really business critical levers. That's what makes 2025 different and this event different than all the others.
I agree completely. To build on that, what I'm noticing is expansion of practical AI tools. So we're not talking about some long in the future abstract promises, but real applications now entering the daily workflows for both managers and employees. And I think that's huge because, historically, HR tech was something that, just sitting behind the curtain, used by HR to run processes, report on metrics, or just stay compliant. But now AI is stepping out of the back office and into the flow of work, which is directly shaping the way we work. And with that, how we tailor the employee experience. So for HR, the stakes are higher than ever. Tech questions today will directly affect how managers lead our companies tomorrow.
Nana, I couldn't agree more. Actually, what gives the right direction to these, what you have just said, is actually the full packed agenda that we are having to the HR tech already next week. So by itself, the agenda seems massive and it's really easy to get lost. So Nana and I put together our hot list, so to say, teams and sessions we think are non-negotiable this year and that kind of a must attend. So let's start, Nena, with the buzzword of the year, AI agents. There is a session called, I have to read it, HR agents meets Mayhem and monumental moments. So what's the one thing leaders should look for to separate hype from real value when speaking about AI agents?
Oh, good one. It's not just one thing, but what I would like to emphasize for sure is that leaders don't want adding more complexity. So, what they want is tech stack that's explainable, trustworthy, and solves real problems. We're talking about both everyday level and strategic. So what I'm seeing is a change from these shiny demos and promises to solutions that actually are, truly simplify managerial tasks. We're talking about, helping imagine a first-time manager give feedback or helping a HR business partner predict talent risk. So it's not about layering or adding more jargon onto your existing tech stack, but it's about return on investment and seamless experience for every employee. So as we in our team have that exact philosophy, right? Practical AI embedded where work happens, not just forcing people into yet another system. So I think that the message from Vegas is clear. So this year is about moving from experimentation to adoption. And here, like a next topic, something that also I found very interesting is recognition. There was one session I'm very excited about. It was called, just have to see the name, From Disconnected to Dynamic. And to me, it signals something that we've all been waiting for, recognition being treated like a strategic layer, not just some feel-good program that we built in HR. And when you think about it, when recognition data is paired with AI, then we suddenly have this predictive insights into engagement, performance, and even attrition risks. And then it becomes more about, just celebrating wins, but about analytics that can really drive business decisions. So what's your take on recognition moving from the borderline to the core of HR strategy?
What stuck with me now when hearing you was the strategic layer that you mentioned. So it's really something that is on top of the company's culture, companies shaping their HR strategy. So recognition, I feel that at some of the companies that we are already collaborating with, recognition has really become organizational currency, so to say. So it fuels the culture, strengthens the relations, and really powers the performance. So, but where's the real unlock? So, as you mentioned, the analytics are the ones that are leading the way. So leaders want to see the proof. Recognition reduced attrition by X%, lifted productivity by Y%. So it's really something that they want to see that it is living within the company. So that's why platforms like Job Points, our rewards and recognition platform, exists to make this kind of recognition not just a program, but a really boardroom for conversation. There is also one fascinating session called AI at Frontlines. So historically, HR tech was back office thing. Why is this? Do you think that is this shift to employee-facing AI so critical nowadays?
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that one. And this is where it gets really exciting for me. AI at the front line of the employee experience. Why? Because we've been talking about this HR transformation for so long, but the real impact comes when a manager in, I don't know, in retail, or a team lead in engineering, or a project leader in finance, they all have AI-driven guidance in the moment. So imagine if all your managers have this real-time 24/7 trained coach that helps them handle performance reviews, difficult conversations, recognition, career conversations, policy questions, without the need for HR to step in. So it's not just process efficiency, it's culture shift. Because empowered managers create empowered people, empowered teams. And when AI is thoughtfully embedded in their flow of work, we don't streamline back office tasks, we activate capacity across the entire workforce. And let's be honest now, one of the best parts about the conferences, beyond all these great sessions, are the hallway conversations, right? The unexpected connections over a cup of coffee, or the moments when participants exchange real stories from their life. So, I'm really, really hoping to hear some unfiltered, honest conversations about how HRs, how leaders are balancing the speed of AI adoption with trust, with governance, with people understanding. Because, at the end of the day, yes, it matters how advanced the technology is, but it's also about people, how they grow and how they thrive in their work.
For me, these conferences are really about hearing real stories. So I want to know really what companies are actually implementing, what's working, and where they are struggling, because we are here open to help even the company. So beyond the buzzwords that we are hearing all over, and of course, reconnecting with our partners, the community. Our CEO, Philip, will be also together with me there. We would love to really grab a coffee with anyone who is curious about what's next for recognition rewards and total rewards. But moreover, we want to hear their stories, to hear what companies, what people within those companies are struggling with. So in order to see how we can help, taking the best experiences and best practices from the companies we already collaborate with.
Thank you. That was a great wrap up. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. So whether you will be joining us in Vegas or just following the theme from a long distance, we really hope that this will give you like a sharper view on what truly matters this year. We're talking AI, frontline empowerment, performance, feedback, recognition. These are not just conference buzzwords. They are shaping the future of work as we speak now. And if this resonates, I would love to connect on LinkedIn and just keep the dialogue going.
Yeah, and if you're going to be in Vegas, my DMs are open. Let's grab a coffee, trade stories, maybe even brainstorm how recognition can reshape your organization. And for those who are following remotely, keep an eye on the Simus Cloud page. We'll be sharing recaps, highlights definitely, and insights throughout the event. So see you online or hopefully in Vegas.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.